All right, welcome back to the Nice Fast channel, guys. It's time for month in review for January 2023. And of course, first, hold on. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and Charlie Brown, and Gimli. And let's get started. And of course, month in review means you also need to say hello to that guy, Big Red EDC. Hey, JB.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm awake and alive. I've been working all morning and going crazy. Yeah, good, doing good. So I'm probably going to repeat this a couple of times. I got a little announcement to make right here at the start, and then we'll do it later when more people are here, and then we'll say hi to people in just a moment here. But Trevor T-Rex has asked me to ask you guys something. And I want to say right off the bat, he said this, I say this. If you don't have the money to do this, if you feel like doing something else with your money, please don't feel pressure. So tomorrow, he and his whole basketball team is doing a shoot-a-thon. You guys have probably seen this. They're going to shoot 100 free throws, blah, 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 all that stuff. And this is to benefit families in our area. And again, this is the other reason I say, if you don't want your money to go to this because you live somewhere totally different, but families in our area that are fighting childhood cancer. So this goes to help the mom and dad because they're spending so much time off work, to help them with the medical expenses, to help all these different things, maybe toys for the kids or while they're in the hospital dealing with stuff, things like that. If you're interested in that, I would ask that instead of doing a super chat today during this stream, that's why I'm doing it up front, that you consider giving to that. If it's $2, $5, that's cool. And here's the way I would like to do it. Just send me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com, and then we'll talk and you can send it to my PayPal. Because if you give it here on YouTube, they're going to take half of it. So if you're interested in giving, let me know. And again, if you don't have PayPal, I don't know, we'll figure out something. But PayPal's the way I know to do it. I also have, do I think I might already also have Venmo, but I got to check into that. But let me know. Again, please, no pressure. But Trevor asked me to ask you guys. Trevor's a part of this community just like anybody else. So I thought I would ask on behalf of Trevor. And it would go to the shoot-a-thon to benefit the kids. Now you can also do this silly thing where you pledge like $1 per each free throw he makes or something like that. If you're interested in doing it that way, that's fine too. But if he makes all 100, it's not my fault. But anyway, I'll mention that one more time later. If anybody's interested, just send an email, knivesfast@gmail.com. There we go. And that's a kid. JB, I have 4 kids, you know that. And all 4 of my kids have hearts for people. They love to help. But that kid right there, Trevor, is the most helpful human being on the face of the earth. He's absolutely just always looking for ways to help people. So when he gets into something like this, he really gets into it. Cool. I think he hit like 62 of the 100 last year, KJ. So if that helps, again, I have no idea. He could get on a roll. He could have a bad day. There's no way to know. But I think last year he hit like 60 or 62, if I remember correctly. And everybody, Tim B is reminding you, sign up for SMKW's newest giveaway. They're giving away, apparently, TC's SMKW Lander, which is really interesting. All right, enough pitter-patter, chitter-chatter, whatever. Let's see who's here. So we got Tim B. I said hello to him, that Rusty Knife Lover. Michael Morgan, Manny Z, Mike Jernak, of course, Big Red EDC. I see you. David Iverson, Stephen Wallace. Oh, man, I know there's more. Oh, there's Byron Kennedy. Hello, Byron and Alice. Awesome. Good to see you. Everybody check out Alice's paracord over on, is it Etsy? Is there your own website, Alice? I always forget. I'm not very smart.
She's got a website. She's got a website.
That's right. Who else you see, JB? I see Grom.
Grom's there. Oh, let's see. Jason's here. Ian Coates.
Hello.
Joseph Toddson. David Iverson.
I don't think it's showing me everybody.
They were back waiting.
Okay, good.
Waiting for you.
I was like, all right. Tim S is
Pretty
here.
Fly, of course.
Tim is lurking, eating, and working in that order, Tim, or is there a different order there? I don't know. So very, very cool. Glad you're all here very much. And I'm sure, hey, Joshua Mostoller, excuse me. I always say it wrong. So he's just used to me butchering his name by now. So very, very cool. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to have some fun and we're going to review January, which, in my mind, JB, right off the bat, January is the month of the microburst. I'm obviously, guys, doing the pre-order as we speak at tempestknives.com. We're still we're like 178 sold, I think now. Still looking for like probably 30 more if we can, 30 or 35, maybe 40, somewhere in there. More orders, and then we can get the order placed. Again, Kubi's not even back in the office till Monday, so we got a little bit of time here, but it's weird, they're out of the office, but they're still responding to email. So we've been chatting a little bit about, some options and ideas. You know what, JB? I think I'm going to do something here. Am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll come back to it. I had something I wanted to bring up with the folks here. What do you think? You think I should bring it up? The thing we talked about? I don't know.
That's up to you. That's up to you.
I knew what you were going to say.
That's your
story,
guys. Man.
All right, I'm going to use you guys to take a poll, okay? So, if you've already purchased a microburst pre-order spot, you've already paid, okay? So, what would you think if you got a free upgrade to 154 cm steel from 14 C28N? What would you think? And the reason I'm considering that, of course, is if I do the upgrade and eat the extra cost myself, then we're there. We're funded. We're there because I only have to buy 300 knives if I do that upgrade. So I would leave it open for a small period of time and say to other people, get in now at this price. And then within a few days, I would raise the price slightly for anybody getting in after that. So probably leave it open for a week, probably after I made the change. All right, so let's see. Rusty says, heck yes. I figured that's what most people would say, Rusty, but I know there are 14C people out there. And so I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I am too, but you're not going to be hurt. You've already said by the upgrade. 154.
Oh, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I love 14C for sure, but I mean, and the thing is, people have to understand why you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well,
and
in the chat so far, everybody would be on board with it, I think.
Yeah, and I mean that's just it. I mean, you are getting a free upgrade, absolutely, and it. I know you were talking. Somebody was like, I know some people said raise the price immediately.
Michael Morgan's, this is the funny one. Do them in 440 and give me $30 back.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that one because then I'd have to probably buy 800, Michael.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Definitely not doing that. David says yes. All right. Well, there's no, guys, just to tell you, there's no guarantee. I would still personally like to do 14C because A, I think that's what I wanted from the get-go. B, I would have 600 to sell at shows and stuff down the road. I would have the remainder of them. So if I'm going to leave it open at least till Monday or Tuesday and see if we get closer to the goal. If we stay lingering, then I may have to pull that trigger. But I just wanted to see what people would say. No biscuit. Okay, Rusty says he slightly prefers 154. What did I miss, JB?
No, Rusty's comment is just bad Mimo, no biscuit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that just caught me just right.
That's funny. Yeah, these guys crack at each other. It's fun. Listening while at work. Hey, Andrew. Listening while he works. I like 154, probably one of my favorite steels. Okay. All right. And we know, see, here's the thing. I'm comfortable because we know Kubi knows how to heat treat 14C. We know they know how to heat treat 154. And so I wouldn't ever go to a steel that a company hadn't used. Or maybe some of you have mixed feelings about, like, I wouldn't go to AUS 10 because I hear, even though I think AUS 10 is a good steel, I know a lot of people out there are like, I don't like it. And just so you guys know, obviously, and I'm just being completely upfront, I would be eating not a substantial amount, but an amount on the already orders, and it would just cut the margin even slimmer, but at least we would get funded. And then the good news is, I think if I announced, let's just say I make the decision on Tuesday and I say to everybody, you guys first by email, here's what we're doing. Then I post it publicly and say, okay, this is open for a week at this price on X date at X time. It goes up to X price. And if I say that, it's probably going to push more people. And then I may at least be able to order 400 or 500 or whatever to be able to have more to sell down the road. So I definitely want to have enough to sell at Blade Show. And Lord only knows, JB. I mean, my wife was asking me, she said, yep, that's what I'm going to do, Rusty. Absolutely. What was I saying? How many are you going to sell at Blade Show? I'm like, how do I know that? I'm saving right now. I have 30 pinions set aside. And then I would think 30, if I take 30 or 40 microbursts, that would be good as well. Yeah, Rusty, I agree with you. That's exactly what I plan to do. 154 CM is just modern 440. Y'all wouldn't tell the difference. Michael's stirring the pot, everybody. Michael's over here going, Michael, don't hurt me, man. Come on. I love you, man. All right. Well, congrats. Thanks to everybody in the chat for that input. I appreciate it. But that's exactly what my plan is, Rusty. I'm sure there will be a few people that will want to cancel if they're 14C snobs, I guess, or whatever. I bought this because it's 14C. I don't like 154. Hopefully it wouldn't be a large number. And then once that was over, we'd be done with that. So, yep. But we'll see. I mean, I'm just being very clear. I want to make enough to go ahead and buy 614C. That's what I want to do. And just being honest, it keeps my margin intact and it keeps me with enough knives to then sell to dealers and at Blade Show. If I do it the other way, I don't really have any to sell to dealers. I think it's just bad timing, guys. It's I wouldn't say bad timing. I think it's just people are being cautious with their money right now, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. So, because I honestly think this knife has been more well received by people than the opinion was. How dare you upgrade my steel? You know what? Some people may say that. And I did, just so everybody knows, I priced with them 2 or 3 different steels just to see where I would be, kind of a little upgrade train. And it just wasn't worthwhile to go, any higher than 154. And I think 154 is a great steel. So it was a no-brainer that be the option.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, there again, people have to understand that there has to be something for you on the back end to keep the train rolling.
Right.
I mean,
and that's why I'm saying I would rather fund it fully and do the whole thing, because like right now, JB, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no.
If I do move forward at 200 or 210, it's because I've got a pocket of money sitting there from selling pinions that I can put with this. If we don't have any left over at the end of the microburst or just a little bit, that's not going to help me with the next one. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's what I was saying. If you're selling them, if you're basically selling them at cost, you're not you're not doing yourself any favors, which don't take that the wrong way, but
Right.
obviously there has to be something, like I said, to keep
Oh,
moving down the line.
it's a business. I mean, you got to run it like a
Right,
business.
exactly.
So again,
Exactly.
my goal is to get funded. I'm going to keep promoting it. I ask that you keep helping me promote it, even though you may want the upgrade to 154, and now you're not going to promote it anymore. I'm just kidding. But you guys help me promote it as much as you can, and we'll see where we are Monday or Tuesday, and I'll make a decision. Plenipo, it's not really news. It's just something I'm considering. There is no news. The consideration is I'm only at 178 microbursts sold. I really need to be at like 210, 215, maybe even 220. I'm cutting it as tight as I can to fund it. And being that far down and needing to buy 600 knives, I'm considering upgrading to 154 for everybody that's already bought it at the price they've already paid, and then leaving it open for a few days and telling people get in now at this price, it's going up on X day at X time, and then I would only have to buy 300. So and I've already cleared this with Kubi. They have the steel, they're good to go. That's the other thing, JB. One of the other steels I considered, they didn't, they would have to go find it. So that was a no-brainer. Yeah, I can do something like that, Rusty. But again, let's give me till Monday, because I am like yesterday I only sold like 3, but Tuesday I sold like 10. So just let me have a couple of days here, and through the weekend when people get paid today, let me see what happens. And yep, 1 year ago I set the Kickstarter for the Mach 51. Maybe I'm going to stop doing early in the year pre-orders or Kickstarters because they haven't gone as well. It's just not great timing, I guess, right after Christmas. Yeah, again, Bluminati, like I said, I want to wait and see if I can get enough sold to buy the whole 600. So we'll see. Oh, very cool, Alice. Thank you. You didn't need to do that, but that's, yeah, I see that. Well, I see a microburst. Did you buy a pinion or oh, you pre-ordered a microburst? Okay, and an extra scale. There you are. Thank you so much, Alice. I appreciate that. And again, that's my goal. That's been my goal all along, is to sell enough to buy the 600. I have 2 or 3 dealers interested, and I had another dealer reach out to me today. I have actually a couple dealers in Canada talking to me, but I haven't been able to work that out yet. Working on it. But we'll see. Anyway, I've taken up enough time on it. Now we need to get to week to month in review. Oh, look at this. I wondered why you look so like you were.
Uh-oh.
There we go. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know how I took myself off the stream. But thank you, JB. And I saw something else up above you too on the chat, but neither one of them are showing up on our friend StreamYard. So the first one, well, maybe that did. Hold on. Illuminati with the $5. Okay, very cool. Rock and Roll Friday. Very cool. Thank you, Illuminati. Very, very cool. There is your Daleka. Whoops. Let's see if can I slow roll it, JB? There we go. Daleka salute. There you go, sir.
Oh, where's that?
And then this guy over here, I can't put it up on the screen, but gifted 5 memberships. Let's see who are 5 members. Now, JB, this is, you've put me in a position where I have to admit my faults and failures. I have been so busy that there are still 5 people that are waiting for swag packs, and now there are probably 5 more, but we'll see. Tim B, Mike Reese, who else? Alice, hello. Country Boy, and Dwayne, no, Crispy Critter. There we go. So you 5, if you don't already have channel swag and you want some, you are now a member of the KF Pick Crew, and I would love for you to send me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com. And my only comment is just be patient because I'm behind. I have plenty of stickers. I just need to, I like to handwrite the notes and all that stuff, and I'm just a little behind doing it. That's all. So there we go. Thank you, JB.
Sure thing.
All right, let's do a pocket check, ladies and gentlemen. JB, while they're getting theirs ready, what have you decided, if at all, will you be carrying today?
Oh yeah, I figured I'd go with this little guy. It's coming up here pretty soon.
That one's in the pocket as well today.
Haven't really showed it. It is Red Finch Friday, so it's fitting.
Yep.
So yeah, the hat.
That micarta is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little on the smaller side, so I'll probably pair it with maybe Devil's Finger or something, just a little bit bigger in case I would need it. But yeah, definitely throwing this one in the pocket.
So mine is paired with the Quiet Carry 9 today. This you'll see the unboxing tomorrow, but whatever. White fat carbon, really cool. So yeah, pair it with something bigger for sure. This thing is fantastic. Really, really nice. Very cool. So let's see who has what. Uncle Cow has a Leatherman style PS Campfire Leatherworks, DC Hank, JN Fidget Block, Commander Elite 2.0 Nerf gun. All right. I'm not coming in your door right now. Greg Vanderlip has a Kershaw Leak Schrade 3-blade Slippy. Awesome. And a Rosecraft Mohawk. How about Rusty there, JB?
Oh, Forrest Hank's Puzzle Hank, Rosecraft Blade Clinch River Slayback, Tucson Vandal, Spyderco Spidey Chef, and an Essie Azula 2.
Awesome. And he's a channel member. And so is Michael Morgan, who says Recon 1, Clip Point S35VN, Joker Pointer Finger Groove Stag. Ooh, that sounds cool. How about Andrew there, JB, another channel member?
Spyderco Capara, TRM Adam, Hinder XM18 3-inch slicer with red scale.
Yes, sir. Very cool. Tim B is a channel member. He's got the, as of just a few minutes ago again, he's got the Jack Wolf Knives Venom Jack. Gold Dark Matter. Awesome. I saw when you got that. Devo Mash. Victorinox Classic X SD, not XD. Stay Bright Yellow. Olight I3T Carbon Fiber. Another channel member is, well, Byron Kennedy, but he's not telling us what he's carrying. Dr. Drew Dude, Frag Tie Penguin, and a McBee. Nice Nuts for Knives is a channel member, and he's got the Lander in the pocket today with a Timberland scale. How about Nuts? Well, wait a minute. Nuts for Knives 20 also has a Spyderco Parada. How about Pretty Fly there, JB?
Oh man, he says he's still sick. Oh, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Playing with the Concept Reverie, Kaiser Genie, and the CJRB Feldspar button lock.
Yeah, we'll get better, man, for sure. No, there's a lot of people, a lot of it going on right now. Plenipote has the slim. Oh no, he's talking about things that are coming out, right? Yep, lots of good stuff coming out for sure. Tim S has Country Boy, has the blue bug out, another channel member. Tim S is on the Olight Warrior Mini, Kaiser KFC PPY, the Friday Club version, Olight Open Pro, RCB Barra, Olight S1R Baton 2, and a Vostede Shark Bomb Pry. And now it jumped.
Dwayne's got a Gene Johnson custom fixie. That's nice. Thanks to Allo 1K giveaway. Nice.
Very cool. All
Mike
right.
Bernax got the Kvist PE2 945 I5T Plus and an issuing Stitches Hank.
And thanks, Mike, for being a member. And Jeffrey Dawson, CRK Zon, Superlative Hella. A hell of a knife. Jason Bird's the channel member. He's got the Devo Mash, Bridgeport 395, and a Syncut Chiral. All right, I'll do David Iverson here. It's a little longer, and then you can have Bluminati. You can have Bluminati. So,
okay.
David Iverson, channel member, has the red Microtech Ultratech Warhound red case mini Copperhead, Microtech UTX 70 Hellhound, Forrest Hank, Olight I5R Titanium, Rule number 9 coin, Navy Corpsman coin. Wow. Baby B, Red, Victorinox, Alux, Pioneer X, and Blue Minotti is a channel member. What's he got, JB?
Black Kaiser Mini Paragon, Black Kaiser Baby, Real Steel Metamorph, Concept Warrior Titanium and Carbon Fiber, My Card Opinion, Devo Growler, Devo Stout, Jake's Swanky Jank, Forest Top Dog, Satisfaction Hanks, and a Work Pouch.
I love me some Swanky Jank now, let me tell you. There's nothing better than some Swanky Jank. Okay, fine. KJ is a channel member. LT Wright Bushcrafter, Blue Pinion. You just read that one, didn't you? No. Blue Pioneer X and Blue Lander. There are several pinions today. Very cool. Bitch made Redoubt for a Redoubt, I guess, for DJ. What about Plenipote there, JB?
Oh, looks like carrying his new titanium bronze anode Pina Alacron. I hope I said that right. Superlative Cannibal in Arctic Stone Fat Carbon.
All right. I'm trying to see. It's jumping on me again, but I think David Iverson says drink water. Gotcha.
Ian Coates got a baby banner.
Very good. Thank you for catching that. Kaiser Justice backpack deleted the flipper and added a slot for Tori Casey.
See, Byron's got an ABKT Cattleman's Cutlery Stockman and a Robert Sorby 2-inch framing chisel for work. Okay, that makes sense.
Very cool.
Spider G got a Pinion My Card and a Pyrite Budget G10.
I don't know where you're getting these from, but if you see more, keep going. Kaiser Vanguard Vilox 2 and a Rough Rider Denim My Card, a Mini Trapper for Grom today. KJ mentioned LT Wright. Guys, I don't know if you saw this, but I picked up an LT Wright Daily Carry Fixed Blade this week in MagnaCut and Black Micarta. Really happy with this thing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. The only nitpick I had in the review that went up today of the one Andrew sent me was the 90-degree spine for EDC is a bit much. I mean, but once you get in place, it's not a problem. It's just when you're first putting your hand down, thumb down, if you put it down the wrong place, you kind of feel that sharp corner.
Yeah.
But it's good for, if you want to do a Fire Striker or whatever. So it would definitely rip up a Fire Striker for sure. But it's fantastic, man. Great knife. And I personally, I had a lot of people tell me they wouldn't like this style of sheath, but I dig it.
Right.
Works really well for me.
Oh, Mike Reese got a Kaiser Mini Roach 6-leaf SL09. Tri-State's got an Arno Bernard Imamba and the new Tactical Turn Deep Space side click pin.
There you go. There's a Fox knife that's on sale called the Purser at Midway for 110, says Tim B. Very cool. Joshua Mistoller has a Knife Center Customano titanium scale on on blue hardware mini bug out. Very cool. Sounds pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. Well, appreciate you guys sharing that with us. So I guess, JB, since I blabbed forever, we should start with what in the world happened in January. And to be very honest with you, January's kind of been a little, as far as the channel goes, I've had a ton. Tori Casey dropped a DSKFS bomb on me with like 12 knives for giveaways and to review. I have a bunch of reviews coming up of those knives. I think I've recorded them all now. He basically picked a few that he thought I would want to keep and a few that I want to give away, and he was about right. So, so that's exactly that's a cool moment. What about you, JB? What's a January moment there?
Well, I mean, it's January, first month of the year, so
yep.
Obviously we had SHOT Show and everybody announcing what they're going to be putting out for the year. Yep. So even even more stuff to wreck somebody's bank account, but it's never a bad thing when you're a knife person. There's plenty of opportunity and variety out there, so that's
I
always
agree.
good.
There's a ton of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And then, of course, you had a really cool moment on the very first day of the year. What was that cool moment, JB?
Oh, you're talking about New Year's Eve?
Yeah,
New
well,
Year's
New Year's
and
Eve. It was kind of
SK
it
yeah,
was in my time on
it ran over. Yep, we did
Hey, freak
SKL
show.
number 200 on New Year's Eve. That was a lot of fun, of course. And yes, before anybody asked, I am still finding confetti. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just
So
so everybody knows, January will also be an anniversary for me next on Monday, which is the 30th of January. We have KF Live number 100. So, and we're doing a pretty good giveaway Monday night, I think. So if you can be there, please do.
yeah, I'm with you, Byron. You said where in the world did January go? But yesterday was Christmas. I know,
Yeah,
man.
it very much seems that way for sure. It just went poof. But the funny thing I was going to say is I've had a ton of knives come through here in January, but they're like mostly all gone. So there is a pre-order on February the 3rd for the Null Knives Grace, which was in this month. That is a Null Knives production knife with Riot that was a custom from Brandon Corbin, who's been on KF Live. He's a custom knife maker and going with that. So very cool. Check that out if you're interested. My review will be up next week for that. And I've had a bunch of other stuff like that come through. I did forget one knife up in the case that came in January, so I'll grab that in a minute. But the only other knife that came in January that's actually here is this one that, again, the unboxing drops tomorrow. This is the Quiet Carry 9. I don't know if it's their ninth knife or they just like the number 9. I don't know. But very cool knife.
Rule number 9.
Well, maybe that's it. But it is fantastic. It is a beauty. And of course, with Quiet Carry, you're always going to have those holes somewhere on the knife. I think that's a pretty cool trademark of theirs. I missed New Year's Eve. Dog wore me out from class earlier in the day. I'm too old for puppies, says KJ. That was a lot of confetti from Nelly. Yeah. She and her woos, man. I have to back up from my speakers when she does the woo.
I know. She gets into it.
Wait a minute, KJ. What needs a lanyard hole? The Quiet Carry? It's okay. So, do we have to have this conversation again? It's big enough. Why do you need a lanyard if it's that big? I'm just curious. Well, I guess because it's deep carry, it's easier to pull out of the pocket. All right, that makes sense. Well, yeah, I guess they chose not to do that. When you got something this pretty, it's hard to, But I now like doing them in the backspacer, so that is cool too. And more jimping. Yes, Grom. Yeah, hidden post is better on a knife like that. I agree. Lanyard schmanyard, says Tri-State. Tri-State, do you know if Cole, do you know if these 9s are out yet or if they're something that's coming up? And I'm curious if it'll have like other fat carbon options. I don't even know yet. Haven't done any research yet. Just got here. So I guess I'm just curious why people like lanyards. I guess I don't on a big knife. Now on a small knife, I totally get it. Fish it out of your pocket or easier, and that's me. I have no idea. I haven't handled it. Oh, okay. I thought maybe I thought I usually see Quiet Carries on your channel. Kevin just happened to send this one to me, so very cool. JB, how about you? Anything new coming through in the month of January? Did you get any new finches in January?
No, not in January.
Nope.
No new finches in January.
Wait a minute. When did you get the Runtley? Was that in December?
Oh well, I got old new. Yeah. God, there you go. The time goes by so quick.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I did get the Runtley in January because everybody pitched in on New Year's Eve.
Yep, that's awesome.
That was awesome.
That was really cool.
That was awesome. Cool.
Yep. I went to sleep before that happened, but
one of my favorite new ones from January would probably honestly have to be the Roboto 3.
Yep.
That's a good great little knife. I mean,
it's over here. I'm probably going to sell it, but that's just because I got to keep knives moving through here. Oh crap! I can't reach it.
But yeah, I think it's kind of funny that they kind of keep the name Roboto going and the knives are different. I guess maybe it's just because of the lock. I don't know.
Right.
But I tell you what, I'm digging them so far. So, and I agree with you. I agree with you, Tri-State. I do like the Roboto 2 better.
Yep, absolutely. I do too.
But I mean, this one for O-knife knives, this one is a very, very close second for me.
Yeah. It's a bit small for me. I'm kind of right at that ragged end for my hand. But I hear you. I get it. But it's I mean, just look at that.
Oh yeah, the action's fantastic.
I mean, it's unbelievably well tuned.
Oh yeah,
perfection in that regard. So I agree with you there. And then there's two others that came in for me in January. So one that we dare not forget is the Devo Mash. The Mash was like a smash. Are you okay over there? Oh my gracious. Scarlett's dropping stuff, everybody. Say hi. You're not going to see her, but she says hello. Whatever happened to you coming on with a mask on? What happened to that? She's like, I don't want to. Okay. So, yeah, the Mash. And, guys, these were gone in 3 minutes. I think there was like 250 of them, and they were gone in 3 minutes. They've already ordered another round, or they're in the process of ordering another round. So be on the lookout. I'm sure Kevin will tell you when they're coming, and Brian from Blue Creek will. But yeah, very cool knife. Feels great in the hand. It's a good size for me. Blade shape is fantastic. Love it. And then the one that didn't really come out yet, but came into my collection in January. I don't know, JB, have you heard this whole story yet? So Kevin sent this pony stout for me to review. And I had already sent him he went bazonkers over the milled prototype with the black blade. And so I sent it to him last week because I'm just like, well, if you like it that much here. And so then he traded me. And so we've traded now. He has the milled microburst and I have a pony stout. So there we go. Turned into a trade. But this thing is coming out in April. Scarlett wants it for her birthday, right? This knife right here. She wants the Urban EDC barley. That's the Devo design when it comes out. She really wants one of those. She's like, it's way too expensive, but I really want one, which means I'll figure it out and get her one. So, but yeah, that's these are going to be very popular as well. 4 fingers back here, but just. And then choked up 4 fingers perfectly. Awesome. So I missed out on the Mash. Kevin lied and said they'd be available for a week. They sold out in a minute. That's why I try to be careful how I answer people. Oh, okay. Tri-State did his review of the Mash. He said it's garbage. Don't buy it. That's a good one. Goodness, you guys are crazy. I did record yesterday a video with all 4 Devo knives in my collection. So it's got the stout and the pony stout and the Mash and the growler. Got all 4 of them there on a video. So I thought that was pretty cool. She can only have a knife if she comes on camera, says KJ. An hour late isn't going to help you, pretty fly. It went in 3 minutes, literally. So an hour, I don't think an hour is going to help you much. JB, what else? What else in the month of January? What else am I missing here?
Oh, well,
I'm thinking too.
I had this one come in, the Cairo, and
okay, yeah, I got it too. See,
I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, that's back here. There it is.
I had a few more. I've had a few more send cuts in. Were pass around knives, so they've gone the trip. But this one,
yeah, the
I'm
size of
liking
this one is great for me because it is a little bit taller than some. It's thin, but it's not super thin. It feels good in the hand. You can still choke up, but this blade, yeah, you're right. Very nicely done. And you get a Ferrum Forge design for those of you that don't want to pay for a Ferrum Forge design that's in the upper echelon. Like, let's say you don't want to pay like crazy guy and get a Mordax. Oh my goodness. You can get a Cairo for what is it, $45, I think.
Right about,
Or if they have them at White Mountain Knives, you can get them for 10% off with code Knives Fast. There's Scarlett's got the bunny right here now. She's like, do I go on camera? Nope. I'm just going to hold the bunny out. Hey, that's funny. There he is. She loves that bunny, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, the Mordax is a favorite, KJ. It really is. It's perfect fit in my hand. I agree with Freak Show that eventually I'm going to want to get a regrind on it. It's a little thick. If it were slightly thinner, I think I'd like it even better. But for now, I'm enjoying it just like it is with the fidgety craziness of it. Great knife. Give me Mordax. Getting some bunny stuff. No, that's not Ashlyn. That's Scarlett. Ashlyn's at school. She's at college. JB, you'll appreciate this. She texted me this morning. She goes, Dad, thank you. And I go, for what? And she goes, for making me watch and then eventually get interested in Lord of the Rings. And I said, really? She said, they spent what? Okay. They spent, she's in a film class, cinematic arts class, and they spent all morning talking about Lord of the Rings and the forced perspective of Gandalf versus the hobbits and how they shot to make them look real short. And, you know, Gandalf looked tall and the whole thing. And so she was gushing about her Lord of the Rings knowledge thanks to her crazy dad that watches Lord of the Rings all the time. So, I'm trying to think what else I'm missing from January because I've done this now 3 times. That's
I've got one for you.
Okay, what you got?
I'm coming on, so people will leave me.
What? In. Wait a minute. Hey!
Now leave me alone.
Now leave me alone.
She did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a Scarlet face reveal. Tell your friend.
Did it.
She did it. JB's saying, she did it. She did it. That was it, though. That was your 10 seconds of fame. She wouldn't have done that on a Monday night. There's too many people in here. There's only 50 here right now. Proud of you, Scarlett. That is not a dog, Tri-State. That is a rabbit. Tim B, don't you start. Tim B, we are good friends. Let's keep it that way. Don't you start mocking Lord of the Rings now. David Iverson says, Scarlett. We have seen Scarlett. The world must be ending, says Tim S. Nice to meet you, Scarlett. Hello, Scarlett.
Hello.
Bring back the bunny, they all say. I guess KJ doesn't want you. He just wants the bunny back. That's funny. But, okay, JB, what knife were you showing before we got distracted? Okay, yeah, let's talk about this. If you haven't seen JB's review today, go check it out. All right, JB, go for it. Hold it up next to something for us. The chiral. Show that chiral again.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty perfect. Holy moly. All right. And just for perspective, everybody, here's the chiral and the Hoback Summit. So Yep.
Yeah.
That is a big knife.
In the month of January, I realized that I don't like swing guard knives. And especially when they're this big.
Well, okay, let's talk about that. And I wanted to say this in my comment, but I thought it was going to come across wrong. It looks like with the bat wings there, that that point is kind of stabbing into you. When you were holding it right,
Yeah.
it looks like it's not really stabbing you there, but yeah, if you come over the top of it, it kind of is.
I just don't like the way it feels in the grip. It's just not. It's just not for me.
If it were smaller, it would be worse, probably.
Well,
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, I think if it would be, because I mean, I can grip it. This one I can grip it differently, but on a smaller knife, I'd kind of have to stay up there to keep a decent grip on it. I think. I don't know. It's just
So Tim B says for me that knife is just a novelty. It's just for fun. Hey, Scarlett, Jeremy Freak Show says he'd already seen your face, so he doesn't count that as a face reveal.
It counts because I went on camera.
Oh, yeah, he counts because you went on camera. Yep. All right, go ahead, JB. I'm sorry.
No, it's just they're just. I don't know. I think it's everything. I think it's the size. I think it's the swing guard. I think it's just a little bit of everything.
So when you hold it like that, that's when it's so here's the problem. The problem is handles are always going to be a little bit bigger than blades on a folding knife. It's about an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch difference. And that because they wanted the big blade and you've got that guard, you had to allow now an inch plus that 1/2 inch for the guard. So now that handle is 1.5 inches bigger than the blade, and it's just absurd looking to me.
Yeah,
it's a bit much.
It's definitely not my favorite Rough Rider Reserve. We'll put it that way.
But it's well made, you said.
It is. It's well put together. There's nothing really wrong with the construction. Excuse me. There's nothing really wrong with the construction of the knife. It's well built. It's all that, but
can a moderator put Cole in timeout? Don't really do it. I'm being facetious, but you cannot say that Lord of the Rings is not in your top 25 and be on my stream. Okay.
All right, guys. See you later. I guess,
no, JB's gone too. Dang it. All right, you can do whatever you want then. I don't care. That's a folding machete. Yeah, it pretty much is. Oh, I wanted to say, I don't think I've seen him in here yet, but if you guys don't subscribe to OTIP other than intended purpose, check him out. He's got a review of the Pinion up today, and it's a lot of fun. He banters with, I think, his son. It's kind of a really fun review of the Pinion. Go check out OTIP's review of the Pinion. Not in my top 2,500. Okay, that's better, Cole. That's better. It's in his top 50 at least. Oh gosh. Yeah, I watch them all the time. I'm sorry, I watch them. Yes, the endings of Return of the King. The ending is a bit much, no doubt. Goes on forever and a couple of days. So, yep. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything from January. Of course, I've had a ton of videos going on, and so is JB. I know you've scaled back a little bit because work was kind of nuts for you. But lots of reviews. I'm trying to think if any kind of stand out. I did have, and JB's got one right now. I had 2 knives that Kubi sent along that are a new release. The Kubi Bellis. There you go. And guys, check that one out through Kubi. I have not seen them at dealers yet. They're just available through Kubi directly right now. And really cool. I mean, for me, I don't have any problem with OS 10. That's where I got kind of the OS 10 grief from some people that they think it's way too expensive for OS 10. And you got to make that decision, each of us. If $70 is too much for you for OS 10, then I get it. But I paid however much the AD20 is, AD20.5, I mean, and it's OS 10, and I love it to pieces. And I cut with it, and I sharpen it, and I don't have any problem with it. So it is what it is.
I've got a review coming of an OS 10 knife, and probably maybe next week. We'll see. And it's a $19.99 knife. It's $20, Aus 10, and it seems to be doing pretty good so far.
Gotcha. Very cool, Freak Show. Which knife is it again?
It's it's actually a Schrade.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's just, all right. I didn't want to go into this, but after watching Kevin's live stream last night, I got a couple things to say. Okay, here we go. KC knife sharpening / steel statements. Okay, this is from me. I personally think we are putting way too much on the must be heat treated to an exact number argument. I don't agree. I'm okay, and maybe I'm just weird, but if you're within the range, whoops, am I frozen or are you frozen?
I don't know. Now we're flashing. Now we're good, I think.
Oh, great. If you feel that way, then that's fine, but don't assume that because one person or two people or three people are out there saying if you don't heat treat MagnaCut to X number, it's crap, that everything that's not at that number is crap. It's not crap. It might not be perfect. You might have to sharpen it a little bit more. You may have trouble, but I think it's starting to upset me that he said you were flashing. So I don't know. Maybe I
did a little bit.
So I personally think we're putting too much weight on that. Now, statement number 2 that goes to what JB was just saying. I personally don't put any, if any, knives in the crap steel category. And it seems like we've taken half of the steels and we put them over here in a category called garbage. And we think because somebody had an issue with a knife with a steel from a manufacturer done a certain way, that steel is now garbage.
Yeah.
And I think any steel done correctly can be a good steel. It may not have attributes you want. You may not want it because you got to sharpen it more, or it's harder to sharpen, or whatever it is, but it's not garbage. The steel that I stay away from more than any is D2. However, I've never called D2 garbage. I just don't want a corrosive steel in a folding knife. That's my choice, and that's my thought process. Now, if it's coated, I almost have started to feel a little bit different about it. But D2 takes a wicked edge. I mean, D2 is one of the best cutting steels out there. So I would never put it in the garbage category. Anyway, go ahead, JB. You were saying
No,
something.
I'm pretty much in 100% agreement with you.
I just think we've become snobs, and I don't agree. I don't go
there's
there.
There's a lot of those out there.
Okay, Byron, let's talk about something. Okay, I have 2 MagnaCut knives now. Now, I haven't had either of them long enough to have abused them to need to sharpen yet. Okay, just got this 3 days ago. I only got this about a month ago, and I carry so many other people's knives reviewing them, I don't get to carry mine very often. So I haven't used it very much, except to break down cardboard, which I've done several times with this knife. I have no idea what ProTech or LT Wright's number is on this MagnaCut. I don't know. If it's publicized somewhere, I haven't been able to find it. But I would think enough people have a MagnaCut Mordax out there that we would have heard if it's a problem. And LT Wright is well known for doing things the right way. So I guess what I'm trying to say is everybody's got their own opinion of what's done properly. And I think you have to decide whether you want to spend the money. Now, this Mordax was whatever it was, 300 and something. Do you want to spend that? Now, let's just say we find out that their number is like 2 digits lower than the now magic number, whatever it is now, 64 or whatever everybody's saying. So if this is 62, does that mean I shouldn't have paid $300 for it? I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I guess I don't understand exactly how that goes. Yeah, exactly. And I personally have no way of measuring Rockwell hardness. So you can tell me this is, yes, we've done this whole run to 64, but we all know there's variations in a run. So how do I know it's really 64? So,
Well, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing, right? A lot of time, not all the time, but a lot of times they test one knife. It doesn't meet the magic number, so now the knife's junk.
yep.
And it's like, all right, apparently you feel you're really highly, you feel real highly about your opinion. And
okay, so I'm gonna step in some dog poop that I should not step in. I do not own a Hinderer knife. Okay, I'm gonna make that very clear. I do not own one. I held on to 4 of Jeremy's Hinderer knives for about a week, and I enjoyed them, but I didn't do enough cutting to know. But Hinderer knives have been around for a long time. And we're just now hearing about all this heat treat craziness where people are attacking him because of it. And again, his reaction was ridiculous, and I am not standing up for his reaction in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I guess if so many people have these knives and people aren't returning them and saying, I'm having trouble sharpening or I'm having trouble cutting, then why are we making such a big deal out of it? That's my question.
yeah,
yes, I totally understand that I'm probably going to be on the crap list with a lot of people when people hear this, and I don't really care. I'm just not an alarmist. I'm never going to sit here and say that X person who said 69 is the magic number, if anything is less than 69, I'm going to criticize that knife. No, I think we need to put it through its paces, and we need to find out how does it hold up before we all just freak out because one person or 2 people or 3 people or whatever it is, 5 people, 10 people say it must be 69 or else.
Right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I don't know. I probably blew up the chat here, but I haven't. MC's giving away a Hinderer tonight, by the way. Yeah, you know what? I would love to win that knife. That thing is gorgeous. And if I won it, I would love it, I'm sure. So, because I've had Hinderers in here and I enjoyed them very much. Okay, my only issue is if I'm paying the marked up price for a super steel, I should get the performance of the super steel. But again, Jeffrey, I'm asking who's defining and how do we know they're right? Now, if the producer of the steel has come out and said it must be 69 or above or it's garbage, then I need to see that documentation because I've not seen it. If CPM, which whatever that stands for, comes out and says any magnet cut below 69, then I get where this is coming from, but it feels like it's coming from a couple of voices in the community. So am I missing something? I agree, Tri-State. So if they say this whole batch is done at 69, how do we know for sure that some of these are or aren't? Hinderer knives aren't designed built for optimal slicing edge retention purposes. They are designed to be tough enough to handle hard use. That whole situation was overblown. Agree, Jeremy. A lot of my insurance clients don't realize they're overpaying for terrible coverage or no coverage until I tell them, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But who are we basing that on? And again, I've asked these questions 100 times. And nobody has given me documentation that 69 is that number or for M390, whatever the number is. I just want to see that. Crucible particle metallurgy. Yes. Thank you.
I like Ian's comment. I'm not using super steel to their fullest slicing,
right.
opening bubble mailers.
Right.
You are probably 80% of the other people that have magnet cut.
Ian. That's my other point. So this magnet cut right here is slicing the crap out of this cardboard. And that's what I'm going to use this knife 90% for. We get packages in here all week. I break down boxes and I go to recycling. That's the reason that my cutting in my reviews is cardboard is that's 85% of what I'm doing with a knife. So
yeah,
I don't think I need this heated to 80 billion, whatever the number is, to be happy. So I don't know. Again, I've probably gone somewhere. Okay. Laren Thomas has stated in videos that 63 to 64 is optimal hardness for magnet cut. Again, I heard that and I just didn't want to say it. So I'm confused as where the 69 is coming from.
I think it was a joke.
Oh,
Ian said 69 being a magic number was a joke.
All right, gotcha. So again, all right, sorry. So Ian busted my chops and I took the bait. That was great. That's what I do. That's what I do best, Ian. And he's probably just dying in front of his computer right now. The only person that cares about HRC is Brian Kim. Exactly. And then the others that latch onto it and go crazy. If I started having major like chipping issues with this knife, or if I started having an issue with it, just like you cut with it once and it's dull as a brick, then yes, I agree. You should be upset. But most of us aren't going to do that. You know,
I mean, I'll throw out the argument, you know, it's just like, you know, people doing things they shouldn't do with knives and then they fail and then people call them junk. It's like, well, you're the idiot that tried to hammer it through a piece of concrete.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but that's just
So Michael, that's I don't talk sharpening because I'm not a sharpening expert. I don't talk hardness because I'm not a hardness expert. I'm a knife guy that likes using my knives for daily tasks. So if you're a guy that goes out there like Chaz, for example, Chaz likes sharp things. Chaz actually uses his knives pretty hard. And so if Chaz comes to me and goes, that knife is not heated well, then I'll probably listen to him because he hard uses his knives. And you know, but for those of us that don't, you know, but again, this one I'll probably take out and use in the wood some. I'll make kindling with it, you know, feather sticking, things like that. And I'll let you know. I don't know. I've tried to find what the number is from LT Wright. I can't find it. I've looked in chat groups. I've looked all over the place. I can't find what it is. So if anybody knows what the LT Wright Magna Cut number is, let me know because I don't know. But I bet it's fine. Otherwise, people wouldn't be like all over LT Wright knives talking about how great they are over and over again.
Well, if it does what I want it to, I don't care what it is.
Correct. And they do use their major steel for LT Wright is ABL. AEBL, which some people do put in that garbage steel category. I heard a conversation on a live stream last week where people were putting that in the garbage steel category. I've seen AEBL done very, very well. And I personally am always going to be careful to just lump things into a category that I don't really know just because everybody else is doing it. I'm not doing that. So that's just me.
I would have to agree with I would agree with Tri-State on that comment.
1000%. And Tri-State, that is the key. So many people are throwing knives out here that don't necessarily have good edge geometry, and that's a bigger deal than what we're all talking about right now, the hardness, which is I think why it's okay. I'm just going to be silly here for a minute. I think it's important that we're having suddenly so many boutique knife brands out there because the boutique guys are the knife guys that really use knives and like knives and carry knives. And they're coming out with stuff like this that has very good edge geometry on it. Or must I say, the Microburst, which in my opinion is one of the sliciest little knives out there right now. But that's just my opinion and it's my design. So there you go. A soft steel and excellent geometry will still blow your mind. I believe that. From what I read, 62 to 64 is ideal depending on the grind. Yeah, and a range is great. I'm all good with range because that's what a heat treat is going to give you. You're not going to get every knife at 64 or whatever the number is. You're just not going to. Guys, make sure you share this with all the steel snobs out there so they come after me, okay? I'm good with it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
I really don't. I don't care.
Okay. So Tim's reminding everybody go sign up to win an SMKW lander, which I call the Mars lander, which is I think what it should be called. A couple of reminders for me, and then we'll give JB one more chance for anything else from January. So I'm giving you a heads up in case you got anything. The microburst pre-order is still open, tempestknives.com. We are short of the goal at this moment in time. I have a backup plan. I don't want to go through it again. We already did once. I kind of got the info I needed. And if you'd like to go back and watch the beginning of the stream, you can find out what the backup plan is. But I would love to go with the first plan, which is let's sell about 215 knives. I'm at 178, I'm sorry. And I need to get to about 215 to feel comfortable to place the order for 600 knives. So if a knife is ugly, I could care less about the heat treatment or the blade geometry. Jay Richard, the answer is as soon as I can. Right now, I'm short of being able to fund the project. I do not have enough orders to place the order as we speak, even with money I'm bringing in from the pinion sales. So I really need to sell. What's that, JB? I'm sorry. It's 22, 37, about 30. Let's just say 35 more to feel comfortable to place the order. But I do have a backup plan. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, drink water. That's actually a great idea. We should only get knives that are heat treated by the sun. That's good. Oh, all caps. So the answer is I hope to place the order next week. I can't even, Kubi's in the office Monday. They're going to send me invoicing and everything on Monday, but they're waiting for me to decide kind of what I'm doing. And then they'll send me the invoice and I'll probably send them the money, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. But again, we got some boxes to check before that. So again, watch the beginning of the stream if you missed what I'm talking about. I don't want to go through it again. The other thing is, if anybody's interested, Trevor is doing a shoot-a-thon tomorrow, and he's asking that anybody wants to help families in our area, again, not your area. This is in my area in Virginia, that are dealing with childhood cancer. Help them out with bills and things like that. He's doing a basketball shoot-a-thon tomorrow. If you're interested, send me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com, and we can talk about PayPal or whatever it is. But again, no pressure at all. I just promised Trevor I'd talk about it, and I've now done it twice. So there you go. He's trying to help kids, and that's what he does. Robert Douglas, hello, hello. And all. Look at that. He said, JB said, hello, fellow Canucks and all. So we're just the and all, and the other fellow Canadians are okay, fine. All right. So JB, anything else from January that I may have missed?
Not that I can think
Oh, wait a
of.
minute. I forgot one thing. I did go over 8,000 subscribers in January, I believe. Was it in January? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm losing track, but that's cool. So thank you all this. If there's new folks in here, thank you and welcome. And you did when did you do your, no, that was in December. You did your giveaway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to get it all in my head here. Oh, very good. And again, Andrew, that makes perfect sense. If somebody's trying to make the steel softer, I mean, that's the other thing. Custom knife makers often do targeted heat treats where part of the blade is harder and part of it's softer. Like they'll just heat treat the edge and they'll block the rest of it off with a hamon or whatever, so that the spine is softer. So, yep. Yes, 7,900. That's right. I went over 7,000. I didn't mean I went over 8,000. Why did I say that? Sorry, Tri-State. I meant 7,000, but that was in late January. December, I think. I'm getting all confused. So, yep. Very cool. Thank you for correcting my stupidity. I appreciate it. That's often the case. My stupidity is in the business of getting corrected. All right, JB, there's some live streams coming up tonight. And this weekend. So let's see. So I'll do tonight and you tell me who all's Saturday, because that's just going to be you, I think. Is it just you? Is there more people Saturday?
Well, Neves usually go on Saturday night, don't they?
Yeah. So
and it all depends. Depends on the week if it's Stevie does his.
That's right. Well, we'll just talk about you then. Tonight you've got our friend Beast Blades at 8:15. You've also got Metal Complex, who just did his review of the Pinion this week. If you haven't seen it, check it. I mean, of the Microburst this week. And he's giving away 3 really great knives tonight at night in his stream. So definitely check that out. And then tomorrow, you've got Big Red here at 10. Wait a minute. No, yeah, 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern. It's the next week will be the early one if you can do it. If you're able to do it. And then there might be a Said Stevie. There probably is a Neves stream. And then Sunday, you've got Tri-State first thing in the morning at some time. I don't know what time. Tri-State, what time is it? I just come in after church. That's all I know. Why is my chat alternating between larger, bolder font and small? I have no idea. Okay, so tonight also Crazy Sharp live tonight, late night probably with Mike Emler. Sunday you've got Tri-State in the morning, then RJ. Guys, I'm telling you, underrated live stream. And again, if you don't like traditional knives, then you're not the guy for this. But if you like slip joints at all, check out Art. If you like the history of a slip joint, just check out RJ's live. That's all I can say. If you haven't checked it out, please do. He doesn't have, every time I tune in, he doesn't have enough people in there. It's too good of a stream to not have as many people. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is Tri-State on Sunday. Then RJ, then Zach at 3 p.m. Eastern, whatever time, noon Pacific. And then Peter and Christine in the late afternoon for me. And then OCD for EDC in the evening. So, and then of course, Monday night is KF Live number 100. Now, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll have some fun, but we definitely have a really cool giveaway at the end. And I'm just been publicizing it in live streams because that's you guys, but it'll be a really nice giveaway that I purchased from Blue Creek. And I'm very excited to give this one away. No, he's not my church. I go to church and then I watch Tri-State say whatever it is he's saying. So I do not have a guest this Monday because I wanted it to be about the 100th KF Live. The next week, what is that? The 4th? Yeah. The 4th, or is that right, JB? No, or the 6th.
No,
the 6th.
6th.
We will have Sean from Tepe Designs on. Sean is a cool dude. JB and I got to have lunch with him at Blade Show or dinner or whatever that was. Really cool dude. And I know you knew him before that, but that's the first time I really got to sit and talk to him. So that was really cool. And so he's coming on, but this week it's just me and maybe Backpack if he can join. Will do, Tim. Toupee Designs. No, Tepe Designs, not Toupee Designs. You guys are hilarious. So everybody have a good one. JB, I appreciate you coming on. I know this one was all over the place today. That's what I do best. I have fun. Your patch wall is really filling up back there.
It's getting there. There.
Well, I mean, is the bottom part patch or is that something else? No, that's sound material.
It is.
Yeah. So, but you still got a ways to go there. I want to get some to put right here, the Velcro, and put patches on it. I just haven't gotten around to finding any, buying any yet. But oh, look at that! Javon's also live tonight. Javon, what time, buddy? Let us know. And he's got Jason Grant on with him tonight. I'm supposed to have a tripper and a mini gripper on the way to me. He told me that like 2 weeks ago. So I got to check with him and find out where they are. I bet you somebody's like just holding on to them longer than they're supposed to. Some reviewer somewhere. So that's probably it. The 100th live is Monday. Monday at 7:45 p.m. Eastern or whatever time I actually come on. will be the 100th KF Live. And by the way, JB, and for those of you that haven't seen this, we will be showing parts. We're going to go tri-state, and we're going to laugh at ourselves. We're going to play a video in one box, and I'll be in the other box laughing at myself. We're going to play the very first KF Live. If you have not seen it, you will be in for a treat. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was award-winning, may I say, JB? Not really. It was the most horrific hour and a half of my life. An hour after B starts showing all his fixies. Yeah, there you go. So Javon is on at 8:15 Central, which is 9:15 my time. So Eastern time. So really cool. Check him out. He's got Jason Grant on. He's a cool dude. Very, very cool. All right, Razzie Award. Exactly. Or what is it? Rotten Tomatoes. They'll give me an award for it. All right, guys, I'm going to let JB go. He's got to get his day going and probably be at work for 75 hours tonight. No, not that bad. Please, no. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, it's one of my highlights of my month having you on here. I wish we could do this kind of thing more often, but it doesn't always work out. And you work evenings, and I do my live streams in the evenings usually. So glad I do this one on Fridays, so it works out sometimes. Yep. All right. Yes, it was, Andrew. And I held it. I didn't have a tripod that would fit it sideways. So I held the phone with one hand and did an unboxing of like 8 knives with one hand. I actually, long story, but I'll tell this again Monday night, so don't listen. If you one of the knives in that box from Peter, and by the way, Peter took every knife and double wrapped it in bubble wrap and tape. And so not only did I open the box, I had to, and then I actually scratched the handle on the pass around sea snake, artisan sea snake, all the way down the handle. So yeah, thankfully nobody really cared, and it was all good because it was a pass around knife anyway. But you have to watch it. You have to, yeah, we'll watch it. It was terrible. It was terrible. Terrible. That's one of the main reasons I was so happy to get away from using my phone, because it when you're in YouTube and not in this StreamYard or whatever, YouTube locks you in at whatever thinks your aspect ratio is, and you cannot change it. If it thinks you're vertical, then you are vertical. And I don't have a tripod adapter to fit vertical. This is my little tripod adapter, and my phone fits in it horizontally like this. So yeah, terrible. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm on here way too long, and I got to get back to work. So thank you, each and every one of you. And guys, give us a thumbs up on your way out, a comment on the way out. If you're not subscribed to BigRedEDC, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second of all, go check out BigRedEDC right there. Go check out Cole from Tri-State. I think G-Ball was here earlier. Check out any of the channels, but please, this guy's awesome. So go check him out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tri-State's just okay, but this guy's awesome. Is that good, JV? How'd I do? All right, I'll go ahead and take the PayPal payment you sent me now. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. All right, so thank you guys. Have a great one. Appreciate y'all, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thanks for watching the Nice Fast channel.